Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to discuss some of the big news around the world about cryptocurrency, which is very important to us. We are going to follow up a bit on Swipe, an altcoin which I recommended 4 days ago at the beginning of the week. We are going to check on Elrond news, or the last news of Elrond, and a bit of a price projection and what happened yesterday and the day before yesterday and why could that happen. And we also have now a questions section, and I'm very happy about that because you have questions and I will try to answer them. Stay with me. Okay, let's start what is happening in the world right now and what news we have. And we have big news because Bitcoin enters Canada ETF approved. And if somebody doesn't know what is ETF, then I put some links here. The very important thing is that now, for example, hedge funds can trade with it in Canada, and but for that the broker companies need or must have Bitcoin in their portfolio. And since we all know Bitcoin is limited, that means that the demand is increasing day by day, which is good for us. Same news from Australia. They are ready to do the same thing as Canada, so I would think that after this most of the countries, or many countries, will do the same. MasterCard will let merchants accept payments in crypto this year, and MasterCard says that Amazon Twitter poised to join the Bitcoin party. Well, MasterCard did make an announcement that it will also, with very strict rules, people will be able to pay with crypto with MasterCards. But I think this only was a bit of a push because Visa announced like weeks ago that they are really working for some time to ensure that crypto can be used with their cards. And yeah, MasterCard just realized that they were gonna be a dinosaur if they don't jump in this crypto. And speaking of dinosaurs, the city which is not a dinosaur, it's Miami. And we know Miami because Benjamin Minko had a meeting with the mayor, Mr. Suarez, and now they just approved, the council approved, that city worker salary can be paid in Bitcoin, at least a part of it. And that is very interesting and very good. That means that the city treasury will need to have Bitcoin, which again, back to my first point, demand. Okay, everybody wants Bitcoin, everyone wants to have Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is limited and they will just increase the demand. There will be not enough offer, the price will go up and we make money. Okay, going forward, let's check on Swipe. Okay, so if I go to Binance, I can see I bought Swipe at the beginning of the week and it was around 2.13, 2.13, somewhere here, and I mean more like somewhere here. Since then it performed quite well. It went up 35%, and I already took profit here because I could see that it went up just a bit too much for its normal pace, and I knew that a small dip is coming. I was expecting a bigger dip, but yeah, it's okay. I took some profit. I left like 70% of the portfolio in, and I'm just gonna keep and hold it until it rises another, I don't know, 30%, and I then take another profit. Okay, now that we have discussed this, I would like to get to Elrond, and we have a new news, which is that they are allied with OpenDAO, and Elrond will have its own stablecoin. Why this is important? It's important because every big crypto has its own stablecoin. Bitcoin has BUSD and Ethereum has USDT. And now Elrond will have EGLD 0 stablecoin, and OpenDAO is gonna help with that. Stablecoin is very important because that will make the bridge between the traditional currency and the cryptocurrency. Okay, moving on, and I want to discuss a bit the price of Elrond. And I know that most of you wait for that. And I am always a bit not scared, but I always treat these information skeptic, because anything can happen. Okay, anything can happen. But you asked me what is the price projection, where we can go, why is this happening. So I'm gonna try and answer some of the question in this section, and then we will get back to the whys in the questions chapter, which will be after this. So as you can see, Elrond went up from $37 to $200, and as I said also yesterday, double header came, 1 dip and 2 dip. Honest to be, I wasn't expecting the second dip from yesterday, but it seems that we are not yet done with the consolidation. Okay, this is still the compensation. If we check the growth from here, from end of January, 24th of January, in 6 days, Elrond grew 94%, okay, in 6 days. After the application was started, in 6 days, let's say in 6 days, it grew 226, okay, more than double. And for me, that is, how should I say, that is a bit forced pace, okay? It was quite visible on the graph that it's gonna come back. This is not unnatural, or this is not something to be too much worried about, okay? And the whys, why this could happen? Well, somebody invested here a big sum and took back his capital here, okay, after it doubled, which happens every time at any other coins. Okay, check Bitcoin, for example. It had the all-time high, okay, here somewhere, then it went down, consolidated, a big news came, Tesla bought Bitcoin for $1.5 billion. The demand actually became bigger than the offer, and now we are going up. Okay, so this is normal. This is the cycle. This is the cycle of every crypto, of every stock, anything. Okay, if you want to see something which is on the market for long, look at the gold's price, for example, or silver's price in the stock market. You will see very similar graphs and movements. Okay, so let's go back to Elrond. Right now it is forming a symmetrical triangle. I don't know if this is over here or not. We have these two supports, which is, I wouldn't even call it support just yet, because a support would be something which we could see here. For example, when you have multiple touch points, okay, this was a clear support line and this was a clear support line. Okay, and this is back from every 2 days when I made the analysis and sent it to a friend, and we were hoping that it breaks out in the upward direction. So right now the support line is not really a support line. It seems to be one, but I am not 100% convinced that this is over. I am sure that after it consolidates and after everybody just calms down and people rediscover it and start to buy it, we will just shoot out. And for that, the next price target for me, okay, this is my price target, and this is not 100% sure, it's around $280. Okay, that's about Elrond. Let's go to the questions. So first question which I got is, what's your near-term bottom for Elrond? Well, as I just showed you here, it's very hard to say, because we don't really have a perfect symmetrical triangle to measure, and I don't really want to get into guessings. But if somebody had a pistol to my head, then I would measure it from here to here, and not this one, and just put it here, which goes back to around 90. This one, I think this one is very pessimistic, but it's always possible. okay? And I don't want to scare you. It's more like if it gets back to 90, but until then we will have several videos about that. But if it goes down to 90, I tell you what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna buy more. Fabian asked me if I have any prediction for February or March. Well, this is my prediction, which I just said. I think things will slow down a bit because everything was heated up. Let's just not forget that also Bitcoin's price has a very big effect on the altcoins. If Bitcoin's price will jump because, I don't know, Apple just get into business and wants to buy Bitcoin, possibly in the next weeks we will see this jump again and a consolidation again and a jump again, consolidation again. Okay? Next question. Elrond is currently tanking from all-time high fast. Can you explain this? Yes, I can. And for that, I'm gonna show you a picture. And the picture is one of the big buys of Elrond. As you can see here, I think this, as far as I know, this is the whale alert. Somebody bought Elrond for $95 million, transferred it in 5 seconds, and with a very small transaction fee. Of course, this is an example of how fast this much Elrond can be transferred and the fee, how small it is. And yes, you can always use this to compare it to Bitcoin or Ethereum, because for Bitcoin, I think it would take half an hour to transfer that much. But I don't want to get into guessing. What I think is that, and let me just put this a bit aside here, as Elrond was climbing here, somebody bought for $100 million. I remember it was somewhere here after the application was released. So what I would do if I had $95 million, I would buy for my portfolio, for my budget here, okay, when it's 67, and when it went up here at 220, I would take out at least my capital, okay, at least my capital. And that means if I took out my capital, 95 million, oh, so many zeros, it tripled, so times 3, that's 285 million when it's at 219 or 10 or something like that. And from that, somebody just sold, I don't know how much, but if we assume that he sold only his capital because he used the money which he doesn't really need, that's 95 million. So he took back his capital. He has now 190 million, and Elrond dropped 27%. He is in profit with $146 million, and he started with 95. Okay, so he has his 95 million back, even if he just asked it from somebody. But don't do that. Never put in crypto money which you borrow. So he took his $95 million out, and now he has 146 million in profit after the 27% dip. Okay, I'm sorry, I used 77, so it's 73, 138, whatever. And let's just not forget one thing, okay? Every time he buys, others will buy as well, okay? Because that's what we are waiting. Okay, and Andre asked me if I'm Romanian. I will make a video about this. It's not gonna be about me, but I want to talk to you guys about security and what you can do to avoid scammers and avoid losing your cryptocurrency. And that video is coming on Sunday. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you like my content, press like, and yeah, see you on Sunday.